during the final exam only I realized that they don't consider the mathematics marks for the selection to the MBBS. They will double the physics mark. So I then calculated, okay, I might get again. But I missed by 0.5% admission in Kerala University. So again, that was a real, very depressing disappointment for me. But then I thought, no, I will not join for MBBS because this was my lifetime, childhood ambition. I joined our family business. The other family business what we had was, apart from the seafood, we had a forest contract. So I joined that forest contract, and almost 1.5 years I was there in the forest and going around in the lorry and coming back. I used to drive the lorry myself with full load of logs of timber. I didn't have a heavy license. Just out of this thing, once there was a strike by the driver, the lorry was there on the top of the hill. It was fully loaded. The drivers were on strike, it seems. Then I had to bring the lorry down. I managed to bring it down to the main area. And without having a license also, I used to drive up to Cochin and other places, I remember very well. So that was a very enjoyable time, but I lost interest in medicine. I thought, no, we'll continue on business. One fine morning, I got a telegram saying that my friend, who was my junior in the college, who had already got a seat there in Muzaffarpur in Bihar, he had sent me a telegram that saying that if you are interested, you come down, there could be a vacancy, there is going to be a vacancy or something, I can get a seat. So in a jeep I came down from, that was in Kallar Valley, it is about 4 hours drive into the jungle. So I came to the town, searched for a telephone booth. There was no telephone booth, only in few places there was telephone. So I called my uncle, he was in Kollam. So he said, okay, why don't you go? Mane, you go immediately, go and try. So I got the next flight. It took 3 days by air to reach Muzaffarpur, imagine. From Trivandrum to Chennai, first day, stayed there in Chennai. Chennai to Calcutta, second day, then stayed in Calcutta. Third day to Patna. Then Patna by steamer, you cross the Ganga across by steamer. Then go there, reach Pagalajagat, then another this thing. From there, you must be knowing the place. Yes. Then from there, again by road. So on third day, somehow I managed to reach that place. And I fortunately got an admission. That too because of another banker friend of mine who became a friend afterwards. He was one Mr. Nair from Kerala, who had a very good association with the management of that particular medical college. That time in Bihar there were a few medical colleges were all taken over by government from that year onwards. They started screening students and they were not admitting outside students after 2-3 years. So there was an entrance exam, then the extra fee and other things. So I was very fortunate to get a seat there. By the time it was already 3 to 4 months had lapsed, though I was admitted later. I was given admission late. So I was behind all this thing. The classes were already gone. Anatomy is the first main difficult subject for every MBBS student. So I stayed back during the vacations. And there was no dearth for any cadaver. Plenty are there. Even now plenty are there. Even you can see it on the road, or when you cross the Ganga, you can see half-burned bodies floating there or on the shores. Because why it is half-burned? Because all the funeral, it is taking place in the banks of Ganga. And once the relatives leave, they take back the firewood and use it for for the next body and throw it out the Ganga. Because we can see it, it's not it's a real, you should See it, then only you will believe. So anyway, uh, my 4.5 years, the so-called 4.5 year course took 6 years. Without failing in any subject, I had to stay there for 6 years. What had happened was, in between, in 1977, because of the emergency, all the colleges were closed. All the education institutions were closed for about 4 to 5, 6 months. So even after, even an exams, once it is over, we'll have to go and strike in front of the VC's chamber. Then only they will slowly take out the papers and release this thing. Even everything, just to put it on the notice board, or put it, there is no website or anything, put it on the notice board, or to publish the result, we will have to go and shout at them. So that was a pretty bad scenario. And if we had 5 hours of electricity, we were so fortunate, at least in 24 hours. Even that was also scarce, very much. And Muzaffarpur, we can say, we used to call, and many people were telling us Macharpur. Macharpur it's full of mosquitoes. Imagine a situation where there is full of mosquito and there is no electricity. And we had to stay, studying inside a mosquito net with a kerosene lamp inside that. So that was the struggle. So this gave me a lot of confidence and courage to face the problems in life. Because most of my college mates from Kerala especially, they are all postgraduates or done further studies and become very experts in their field. So I don't regret going there or losing 1 year, 1.5 years after my MBSc. I always feel if I had continued, if I had got a seat in Kerala, probably I would have been a professor and head of the department and retired, and I'll be working in somewhere. I might not have even ventured into a hospital setup like this. Anyway, having completed, came back, I did my, as early as possible, we had to come back from Muzaffarpur. So, did my internship at Koilon District Hospital. There also I had ample opportunity to perfect my skills. That was there when I had a, guru, surgeon, because he was very, very enthusiastic, operating every day, day and night. Apart from his regular operating day, he used to admit us emergency, all those elective cases also he used to admit as emergency and get somebody's theatre, snatch the theatre and get, operate. So I was with him for, during my internship and all, in surgery part especially. So a lot of cutting chances I got during surgery. And even giving anesthesia, learning so many things. Anesthesia means just pouring morphine that time, there was nothing else. Put a mask on the and keep on pouring. When I come back home, I will be smelling full of chlorine in my car, everywhere it will be, what is it? Sorry, chloroform. Sorry, not chloroform anesthesia. That was a crude way we used to, treat the patient, and fortunately I don't remember anyone dying of that anyway. Anyway, these are all my good experience I had during my training period. Then soon after my internship, I got married. Without losing an year or anything, I joined for MD in JJ Medical College, Davangere. Completed my MD in 1985. This is my educational scenario, story. I told you about my grandfather. My father, he was, as he was very affectionate and lovable person and all, he was very innocent. My younger brother, my father's younger brothers, and I used to remember teasing him like that. When he was a small kid, my grandfather had, I told you, he had shops and other things. So when somebody is not there, no, he will be just, Mane, you sit here, you just look after. If you want to take a sweet, you ask somebody and take a sweet. So he will go. So when a customer comes now, he will ask, can I take a sweet? He will ask, he is very honest. So he will ask somebody and, oh, you take, you take. Then he will take a seat. So that was his honesty and innocence. And so he was loved and he was very affectionate. He loved his younger siblings and all others. So that love and affection I got, my family got, my mother got, my younger brother got after my father's death. Because my family, which was a very close-knit family, from richness we went down, then again we came back. So they had all witnessed this change in our financial status. So when I lost my father, I did not lose any of my other benefits or my comforts or anything. So I was sent to all these colleges and all my uncles and grandfather, of course. We still hold on to that unity and bonding within our family. All the, like Mohandas sir was telling, this baby marine group was not started by my father. That's why it is named as baby. It was not started by him. My grandfather started the fishing boat business in around 67 or something. Then by 69, my father died. 70 onwards, we were having this, initially was baby brothers, some firms, then baby agencies, then baby marine exports, like that it went on. In 1977, we had a number of fishing boats and all in the beginning. So in 1977, we acquired this baby marine exports in West Hill. That was another seafood factory which was running in loss, you can say. 77, when this factory was purchased, I told you in that during the emergency period, I had about 5-6 months of leave. So when I came home, I was given the target of doing the refurbishing and renovation work of this factory. So I was only just 23, 27, 24 years old. So I was given the money. In between, money was sent to me. I stayed in Srihari Hotel in the near to this hotel. What is it? SM Street? Not near to SM Street. Within MP Road, exactly. MP Road. I stayed there for a few months. I got the work done. Fully, the whole thing was entrusted to me. Though I was very young, I was not in the business, but my uncles had the confidence of giving me that this thing. So I could finish that work on time, and we opened the first factory here on November 30th. So I had to go to all this, all these hardware shops and everything, even for buying a screw or a nail. I myself went and purchased, purchased. Like that, it went on for a few months, and all the work could be done on time. And after completion, I went back. So that's why on November 30th, it's our almost, we say, as the Founders Day or something for most of our factories. So we start on November 30th. Many of the, afterwards also many factories were started on November 30th. So that was the first assignment given to me as in my family. Another story in the childhood I will tell that my grandfather, so during vacation we used to go and collect the cashew nuts from our field. So the laborers, they will also go, they will get 1 pound or ratale. Pound, I think it was 1 anna or something as the wages. So how much pounds he will collect? No, even. I will also go and collect it. I will also get some money as a pocket money. My grandfather used to give me. So that he was encouraging us to make some money, some pocket money, just like that. So that was also a good experience, good training I had from him. So, in the standstill, we were, yeah, that was these were the experiences I had. So after my MD, I joined Ernakulam Medical Center, Ernakulam Medical Trust Hospital